First up, we have IBM planning to triple entry-level hiring because of AI. Everyone from Dario Model to Jim Farley has been warning that AI is going to gut entry-level hiring. But here's IBM saying, we're tripling it. Nicola Moreau, IBM CHRO, told a conference this week that the entry-level jobs from 2 or 3 years ago, AI can do most of those. But instead of cutting those roles, they rewrote the roles. Junior devs who used to spend 34 hours a week coding are now doing things like marketing, client work, and building new products. And here's the part that should get IC and HR leaders' attention. The argument isn't altruistic. It's skipping entry-level hiring now, she says, and in 3 to 5 years, you're having to poach mid-level people from competitors at a 30% premium who don't know your culture and cost more to get up to speed. An early study from 2023 found AI actually helps train junior employees faster and reduces turnover. Dropbox is doing something similar, expanding new grad programs by 25%. So some companies are betting that younger workers plus AI equals a better deal than experienced hires minus cultural fit. Jenni, my question to you is, was this initial reaction that AI is coming for our jobs now overstated?
So I don't think it's overstated. I think what I love about this is that we're reimagining junior roles. I think it's taking the very sort of one in, one out rule. Right, well, if AI is coming in, then this can go. Like, reimagine that. This comes back to what we did in the pandemic. We just lifted and shifted. We went, oh, let's lift up what we do in an office and let's put that at home without really thinking about the opportunities that came with that. And we've done this for decades. So for me, this is more about the fact that someone's actually looking at the workforce, looking at the skills that are needed, looking at the areas where there's that growth or there's that need for innovation, like the client work, the marketing, the relationship building. How do you take people that were doing job A and then help them and train them to now do job B? That is what we should be doing, rather than just kind of discarding the junior roles and saying, oh, we just don't need them anymore because we've got computers. That relationship building piece is always going to be there. And work is not just a task. So I think this is really important. I love hearing about the grad program at Dropbox, that 25%. We have to find a way to bring AI and human beings together. And I think this is showing how to do that. I think what's also interesting here is the point you made right towards the end, which was around that there is more benefit in bringing together younger workers learning new things rather than hiring experienced people later on that don't have the culture fit. I think that's really important. And I know culture fit, sometimes people don't like that as a phrase. It's more about adding to the culture, but it's still that cultural piece, right? However you want to word that, it's the values, it's the culture, it's that relationship human bit that you want to make sure is right. If you get that right, then the skills and everything can kind of be built around that. So I don't know that it's overstated. I think there's just people here that are starting to take a more proactive approach to it rather than going, oh God, we're all doomed, the robots are coming, to how can we actually do this differently? How does our organization need to function differently now that we've got AI?
That's what I love about it. I love the leadership on this. It's so easy and routine and commonplace for companies to just copy what other companies are doing instead of pausing and saying, what's going to be best for our business? And clearly IBM has acknowledged they need to keep hiring entry-level people. So let's do it the right way. Let's not just do what everyone else is doing. Let's do it the right way. There used to be this saying, probably back in the 70s and 80s, where people said you never get fired for buying IBM because it was just like the gold standard. IBM kind of disappeared from the tech view from my standpoint. Like, you don't hear about IBM anymore, but they're still there. They're still running a business and still wanting to grow it. And the point around what you highlighted, let's actually grow our employee base, not just go out and bring in external hires. That's where you start to identify what those, I know you said, like culture fits, but you start to truly build that culture instead of always having to hire and fire and replace and all that. I love the leadership.
Yeah. And I think, do you know what I think I love about it the most is it feels like it's that nurturing talent, right? And if we, both you and I are firmly on the square that leadership is about leading others, right? It's about influencing others so that they follow you, you come together, you achieve something together, but it's that service element of leadership that's important, that being there to grow the future talent, all of those things. This is all of that. And I think that really shines a light on maybe the broader culture that we see in the organizations like IBM, like Dropbox that are mentioned here in terms of that culture that they're building around their leadership. I think it's great.